Hey, welcome back to some more Stalker 2. We are in the cordon. I'm gonna steal those drugs. The purpose of us being here, well, I guess is varied, isn't it? There's a few things left. So where's that? Okay. I guess that is something. But we could go... I don't need to look at my stash. That's just like the DLC. Cool. So that's more where we need to go. Right, I guess we don't actually have to come down here for any real reason, eh? That's okay. Let's go see if Fedorovich has any work for us. Here, I'll untrack that. Hey, buddy.
You are alive.
I know. All right. I think you have like a non-generated mission. Those are fun to do for money too, but I think he has this one.
Do you have any work for me?
I can toss a few jobs your way, sure. Take your pick. Well, what you waiting for?
Maybe not. Okay, well, I'll deal
Here's
some
the
raiders.
deal. Some pricks keep trying to rob my men. They're nothing serious, just a bunch of low-life punks. More a nuisance than anything else. Still, they gotta be punished.
Yep.
All right.
Deal.
Cool.
You are...
Maybe it's this one.
Do you have any special jobs
Yeah.
for me? With the appropriate remuneration, of course.
As a matter of fact, I do. There's one cocky bastard. Goes by Wisp. Apparently he thinks he is the boss here. Poaching my rookies, trying to contact my suppliers. Right under my nose, too, as if I'm a goddamn statue or something. This rat is too clever for his own good. He'll end up with his hat smashed, like all rats do. I want you to see to it.
So you're just gonna off the guy? Have you tried talking some sense into him?
Oh, never thought of it. Thank you for your valuable advice, Stalker. That solves it. Let me spell it out for you. It is him who should have talked to me before making himself at home in my village. In that case, he would have had a chance. So, Peace Corps, are you taking this job or not?
I'm in. Where do I find this Wisp?
Start at the pig farm. They say he hangs out there. Find out what he's up to, and then smash him. Sounds right? Off you go.
All right. So this quest, like many in Stalker, can be handled in a variety of ways. But because we're dealing with Fedorovich, there is an element of futility in trying to resist something. So if you don't want a little bit of spoilers about this quest, maybe just skip ahead for a second. But basically, if you go against Fedorovich in this quest, he will send extra people to go do the job that you wouldn't, and they'll just go when you're not there. Maybe if you I've never tried to stand around and see if the guys will come eventually, and then you can fight them off. But in my experience, it probably wouldn't. Maybe it would, actually. I don't know. We'd have to test. Yeah, so I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm at an impasse of how I want. I always die here. Let's see if I can get through without dying. Yeah, this is like a very brief little safe spot here. Not for that guy. Oh, yeah. This is awful, but it's okay. Just gonna let the rats get got in the electricity. Yeah, I knew it. Oh, well. You know, in life, sometimes you're good at some stuff and you're not good at other things. Dodging electricity is just one of those for me. If I was maybe more patient at times, if they're insistent on just going to, like, kill themselves, it's fine. Okay. I think there's a squib inside. Oh, yeah. Now, here's an interesting thing, right? In this game, animals will try and seek cover from you if you have a gun. Which logically doesn't actually make much sense, right? Like, how would they know to do that? How would they even understand the benefit? This is Wisp, by the way. So we'll have to look at his PDA in a second when we make this a safe spot. I guess we got the information, but we'll review it anyways. Oh, okay.
How's it going with Wisp?
Looks like you've got some new competition. Wisp is dead. Newton's got him. I looked through his PDA, and there's a chat on it about a new trading post in the tunnel camp.
I knew it. Fine. Get to that fucking joint and kill everyone. I need to send a clear message. I'll triple your reward.
So here's my logic, right? We are playing a character that's aligned with S.T.A.L.K.E.R. We are fighting the ward, but Sidorovich is, a little bit more of a staple of the zone. And I feel like our character might, you know, this version of Skiff, who's aligning with Scar, I don't know if you would see him as like an authority figure to rebel against. So, yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, I think this character is just going to straight up do what Storovich asked him to do. I think he's going to go, this is the way of the zone. You know, people come here to live and die. They make mistakes. It doesn't go right. You mess with the wrong person, doesn't go right. That's the zone gives, the zone takes. And, like, if we are to go a little bit further and maybe consider this a character who takes on some of the, like, religious ideas of, or, you know, considers them from a religious perspective, things like the Shining Zone, then maybe, yeah. Oh, look, these loners got wrecked. Then, you know, I think that's like the escape of holy warriors throughout time, right? Is I'm not actually killing you. I'm just sending you to the afterlife where, you know, maybe you'll go in defeat, but you exist eternally beyond this mortal battlefield. And if I'm a character in this playthrough that believes in the Shining Zone, then maybe that's my perspective. Everyone here is kind of playing a very deadly game that they've consented to, but as a virtue of coming here. And as a result of that, anyone who loses or dies simply goes on to exist in the zone as an anomaly in any number of positions. Maybe you become one of the creatures, maybe you simply join, see consciousness, maybe you exist as a spirit in the field. You know, there's a lot of ways to interpret what I'm doing to people when I clunk them out. My guy's already dead. Huh. So initially, you know, like if we're being assassins here, the thought is to get somewhere high, get a good position, and kind of poke in with this rifle, right? But we're seeing these are bandits. These are guys that try to run up on them. Okay. So maybe we'll deal with these guys in a second.
You know, I keep thinking it's a good tunnel, easy to defend. But if they toss a grenade in here, it'll suck ass. Can you imagine the echo in this thing? Hey, do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll bring it up with Wisp. He should be back by now, but I can't reach him. I'm starting to get worried.
Now, I guess that's a clue to throw a grenade, but... I'll just keep on sneaking a little bit here. They probably can see me. At this distance, honestly, the pistol is probably the best, but... Oh well, it's easier to not, to feel less amorally awful about this position if we don't have to talk to them first. I think that's true in every military situation, right? If you start to talk or sympathize or realize that it's not like the enemy, it's way harder to do it because your human instincts don't really want to do that. But alas.
Come out while you still can!
That's how that goes. Yeah, so like I said, even if you come and help these guys and try and talk to them, Fedorovich will not tolerate that, and he'll simply send a merc crew after you come here, and he'll get them. Now, maybe it's possible to defend them. I may do that. Like, I guess I interpret a ward-aligned character as actually being the type who would push against Fedorovich. because they would see him as like a chaotic independent contractor or operator, right? Like he's following his own ethics, he's mostly operating for his own benefit. There are kind of like details in the story, especially in the other games, that suggest Sidorovich is actually military aligned himself. Maybe had like some position, a higher up position in the past, and that's what allows him a degree of immunity now. But equally, he is unfair and like he'll sometimes scam stalkers or put them in aggressive positions or uncomfortable positions financially or whatever. And as I understand it, his intention is to force people to not stay in this rookie village in the easiest part of the zone to live in. So he's like kind of operating in a way to encourage people to go to the rest of the zone and to go deeper, to find what's out there. And he makes staying here indefinitely, where it's really safe and almost easier to exist, an unattractive option long term, to either weed out the people who aren't actually fit for this lifestyle, or for those who are, put them on to more golden paths, I guess you could say, or have them do the work of finding new paths. Oh, shiza. Okay, well, we're discovered. Okay, not good, not good. Ah, we're getting flanked. Okay. Let's see if we can get them to push us up on this rock a little bit. Oh, not what I needed. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Ah, shite. Saw the grenade coming. Alright. Yeah, fighting through this foliage is not my favorite. There we go. Got that one. Yeah, I'm making bad mistakes right now. Okay. Let's see if we can stop this bleeding. Yeah, they're gonna be running up on me. Oh. It is a good sniper for less intense engagements, but in all this bush and snap firing, it's not what I would call ideal. Oh wow, there's a guy over there now? Okay. Jeez, okay, this is such a crazy gunfight because it's like so open. Okay, yeah, we gotta get some rushing going here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not actually surprised I died. That was what a unique gunfight. Helms want to go back and win it now. It was just such a fun one. Okay. Yeah, wow. I that's the thing. I love that about Stalker, because it really does impart, I think as well, a good idea of like how you should approach a gunfight, even if you're writing about it, you know, like you're directing a scene. You don't have to go out and find war. But the storytelling elements of it, like what the benefit of like flanking is in practice, right? But also the benefit of high ground. And knowing what's coming, that helps too.
I'm hiding here. Go around the motherfuckers.
Oh, these were the raiders that I was tasked to get. So that explains why there's so many of them. Okay. So I'm supposed to do this anyways. Yeah. Okay. Hey, did they fix the glitch where... Nice. Okay, so for a little while there's like a bug where as soon as you completed one of these quests, all the people that had spawned to be part of the quest would just like disappear. But I'm running the most recent patch right now, and it seems like that's fixed. How exciting. Oh, I'm bleeding right now. That explains why my health is going down. All right, well, yeah, point in case. Open engagements, lots of bush. Way harder than finding a strong position with a good field of view and having a rifle that can handle the range effectively, right? Like sometimes when I'm when I'm reading a combat scene. Oh yeah, you guys gonna see what those guys got? Not much. I took it all. Except for this. This is mine. Yeah, so like sometimes you're reading a combat scene and you're like, this doesn't make sense, or how did he get here, or like, why is this a bad position? Couldn't he just do X, you know? And it goes to show how useful having a first-hand account or experience of how some of these dynamics interact is. Like, because I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a while now, like a few months, not crazy. But I've been doing it consistently. It's already made me a better writer when it comes to physical altercations or how like a scramble should go, how fit someone who can consistently fight without getting gassed or losing their cardio or being able to stay intentional in the midst of adrenaline, like how much training that truly provides, what level of fitness you'd be at, how, you know, especially for somebody who maybe doesn't do it, like me very recently, how quickly, you know, you have no options or you make very well-known mistakes that get capitalized on. Like there's always that part of you that's like, what is it, the movies where some special forces guy wrecks a bunch of basic criminals who don't know what they're doing. And I always thought, oh, it's fun, but a little far-fetched. And now that I've seen like what really high-level martial artists are capable of firsthand and felt it, and felt how incapable of doing anything about it I am, it becomes a little bit more believable. Okay, we got 1, 2. We got at least 3. So there's a lot of ways to do this. I think this is probably the easiest.
Cover me up!
Okay, we got another one that I don't know where he is. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was just about to, like, go out and watch that angle, but... that's what happens, man. Oh, I'm too full right now. No Hercules on me. Hey, okay, I'll drop some water. All right. I can't even take anything. Oh wow, there was like a fight here.
Everyone stay put.
I hate dropping a bunch of guys and not being able to
Back to our conversation.
yeah? Is that back to your conversation? Ah, there's so much valuable loot. Just standing around here, but oh well. Maybe I can run back in time if it's even worth it. Oh, nice. Yeah, these were soldiers. Why is it beeping? Like, there's one there. There's one there. Okay. So, yeah, we're in the much envied position in Stalker of just being full of loot and having to go back to a guy. I don't know. Actually, I haven't looked into it because I almost always pack rat everything. Maybe those guys will stay there. I don't know what the timer is for, like, despawning. Looks like I could eat. Yeah, I'll just eat so much. You wouldn't want to run after that. I've been finding when I do training, I cannot eat beforehand. Like, I need a 4 or 5 hour gap from where I've eaten before training. Otherwise, my stomach, when I start, like, flipping or rolling, my stomach just sinks. It feels awful. And I start, like, sweating really, really aggressively because it, like, you know, is a fight for your life. Oh, good. I like that I'm walking towards the people that are getting shot at. Oh, no, they're friendly. Hey, man, I just didn't want to get shot going to town. You know how it is.
I'm one raid away from leaving the fucking zone behind me for good.
Honestly, it's not a bad choice. I was thinking a lot today about how I think part of poverty is cultural. And I don't mean that with any, like, specific group or anything like that. I don't mean it's a specific culture. It's its own culture. It's like a way of looking at finances, at stability, at chaos, at what is and isn't acceptable, at what level of, like, or what level in general of, like, financial strife is normal. And you know, what you can like do to yourself acceptably. And I'm talking about stuff like you know, I tons of guys that like I've worked with or grew up with, and none of us were well off by any means. Better by, you know, a universal standard or an international standard than tons, sure, and I'll concede to that. But for where we're at, you know, low, maybe middle class
You are
in some
alive,
places.
You lucky.
And there's a lot of choices that you make that like people tell you that are okay to make, like having a kid when you're really young, or having a kid before you've like figured out the financial elements of that. But even other things like buying cars, right? Tons of people I know who didn't really come from much money get like their first job, and now they're taking on incredible insurance payments.
Straight.
They're doing, you know, crazy new cars, and they're just breaking the bank there, and they're taking on this like immediate financial strife. And then everyone in their life, you know, maybe with their parents and stuff like that, are like, oh yeah, well, you gotta have a car. That's, you know, it's how it is. You know, that's just what life is like. Gotta suck it up. And you're young, you gotta pay a lot for it. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I think are made into these cultural concessions, and you just kind of go along with it. But the reality is, at least to me, that it teaches you a little bit how to stay in that hole.
You can forget about the raiders who were harassing your men.
That settles it. Those scumbags don't belong at the cordon. Thanks for your help, Loner.
Okay, well, that's all dealt with now.
Yep.
Cool. All right. But yeah, I mentioned that because the stalker talking about like wanting to get out. And I've been thinking a lot about like, I don't know, how we all react in different ways to try and escape our circumstances. And I've been trying to understand different ways of viewing that stuff and reacting. And it's just been interesting to consider, I guess. Like, I've never, even when, like, I've worked minimum wage. Most of my jobs have been bad jobs, I would say. Historically, especially when I started off my career, like, it was cashier work and literally scraping dog shit and, you know, cooking or not even getting to cook, being in the kitchen, just cleaning plates and doing dish pit and stuff like that, right? So, like, I do sympathize with some of those things, but I've also never been like working as a cashier. You know, I worked as a cashier at a liquor store once for a while, and I never thought, oh man, I should go get a job at another liquor store so I can make more money. Like, I've never had that concept of how to like succeed or get out of the pits, and I think part of that is the trap. It's like, don't look for a new job. Oh, just take on another one. Or, you know, work these 50, 60-hour weeks that still keep you in poverty. And I want to, like, I don't know. I want to be able to really pinpoint why that happens, what the traps are. And it's tough because when you start to investigate it and look at what and why and where and how, and I should have repaired my stuff. All of that stuff, a lot of the time, it can seem self-inflicted, right? Like, there are definitely circumstances where you get chipped from the get-go. You're not set up for success, and the breaks just don't go your way. And that does happen, totally. But there's a lot of other situations where I think people are like passing the buck
to
of
see you.
responsibility a little bit
Not much.
to normalize self-destructive behavior. And I see that a lot
Happy
with
to-
like with having kids as a big example. People will not really think about the financial requirements to do it. They won't do like an analysis of what they're earning, how likely they're to keep on earning that, what does a child need, do all these things. And then when, you know, they maybe even express those fears, people will push the fears away. Like, oh, we all feel like that. Oh, it's totally normal to figure it out as the way. You know, you make do, you do what you can. And then, you know, people get pushed into these self-sacrificing positions where the trappings of that lifestyle are crisis responses. Now it's not, oh, maybe I want to get ahead, I'm going to take on a second job. Even if that's, you know, maybe it's not the best path to make more money or have more of your time back, but maybe that's the thought, right? But then, like, if you have a kid that's 16, or even honestly in your early and late 20s nowadays, if you're not ready for it financially, then you're just, oh, okay, well, now I need to take on the second job, not because maybe I want the more money, this is the best path I can think of to get it, but because now I need to feed another human. Or, you know, I had to pay school costs this month, and now I can't afford rent otherwise. And it becomes this crisis response, which means you have less time and less energy to invest in something better. So, like, I do understand that there's trappings there, but people have to stop reconciling those trappings as the way that life is. Because it gets people stuck, and it makes them feel like that's the only way you can do things, or, you know, options that aren't ideal are normal and thus not worth avoiding. But not every path is for every single person. Oh, jeez, I didn't even see it. That sucked. Oh, well. At the end of the day, I just want everyone to pick better for themselves. That's kind of where I'm at when it comes to, people, opportunities, life. I want to exist in a society where people aren't so exhausted and strained by endeavoring to maintain lives that they might not have like intentionally picked for themselves, you know? And then, yeah, you get the ramifications of a life that's rough. Point in case, these guys, right? I don't know, man. It's just interesting to me. There's a lot of things that, like, the way that people talk about them, it's as if you could, like, grab the universe by the collar, wring it out, look at the tag on the inside, and you'd see in plain English good and evil, and the way things should be, and money is real, and death is honorable, and all of this, like, stuff that we believe at a very deep level, at least most of society. And people talk about it as if it's so obvious and essential and immediate and true, when even those words, the entirety of the sounds and ways we're defining this experience, are themselves created by us. It's an imperfect tool for describing the experience. It's not as holistic as it would need to be, or as complete, if you prefer that term, to give an accurate picture or to accurately describe stuff. We're doing our best with what we have and scraping that scraping that picture together. When people act like the way the society is, the things you have to do, the self-sacrificing elements that you have to concede to, just because that's what life is. It's so frustrating to me because it's like, we made life this way. Things like, you know, the system is what it is because we allow it to persist, not because it's come down from above and been instituted by some holy edict. And people will act really, really upset when you challenge that paradigm. And it's interesting to me because I'm learning, for me, pointing out that, you know, something is a structure, is a social construct, is a freeing concept. It means you don't have to abide it. It's just a thing. It's not real in the absolute sense that other things are. And I think a lot of other people experience that as panic, it seems to be, because it's like the floor is falling out from underneath them, and that's the stability that they want. Which, yeah, I don't know, man. I want to better understand that type of thing, but I think there's different characteristics to how people interact with humanity on whole, right? And because of my somewhat outsider experiences and my inability to pick up on regular social cues, well, I'll say less social cues and refine that more to social concepts and cultural touchstones. There's a lot of things about like how we're expected to behave that are only ever taught through like the gaps between what people are doing or what they're saying or how they're treating things. And that stuff I will never pick up. I can't passively consume culture in the way that I think normal people or other people can. And because of that, I just completely skip out on a lot of that understanding. But for other people, it does seem to be that's more both automatic and foundational. And it's like important. But when you challenge it, yeah, the reactions are, I think it's more comfortable to make people who are challenging your system, you make them out to be naive or immature or just edgy and conflict seeking, because that's much easier to do than to perform an audit of the systems and rules you're using to create your system and to experience your world, right? It's terrifying, probably, if you're really ingrained in that type of thing, to remove those safeguards or that framing. I don't know what that is like, so I struggle with understanding the fear of losing it, I guess. But it does seem to be that's such an essential thing for so many people, and because of that, they'll more eagerly stay in a system that doesn't take care of them because it's known or because it's, you know, spoken about by people they know or trust or love. And that lets them get into this mindset of like, this is just how life is, compared to this is how we're making life. Which I see as a deficit, and other people would just, I guess, make a begrudging peace with. So it's interesting. Because I do see like the pull of going to the zone here in S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I think a lot of people would probably follow that line of thinking, you know? Maybe you've come from a negative experience, war, violence, and you start to fall into the trappings of this is all life is, this is all life is going to be, these are, you know, the dynamics that exist in this experience, and it's, I guess, stymied to those. So of course, if that's the case, why wouldn't you come to a place like this? And honestly, this is just like a slow motion anomaly. It's actually not dangerous. If anything, it could save you. You can see, like, look. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Oh, well. Yeah, those slow things, they'll make bullets go slowly through them. Not as good as the floating glass. Those make you basically invulnerable as long as you're crouching. Yeah, let's track that so we know where we're going.
Herr Savage, what's that noise? Are you done with diagnostics? What the hell? Is that gunfire over there? Herr Savage, Nikitin, come in. Garrett, requesting reinforcements. Hold on.
Seems like a good time. Okay, those are lights, which explains the X's I'm seeing. They're corpses. It just seemed to be that this was the right way to go, right?
No one can hide from us. No one escapes the monolith.
Well, you hear the chanting of Monolith, boys.
He is dead. Find him, brothers.
Damn. I think in this playthrough, this is the first actual encounter with Monolith, right? We've met the Noontiders, but this is people actually chanting, talking about the glory of the Monolith, wearing the classic whites.
I
clearly went into that room. Cool. All right. Ian Peanuts, eh? Yeah. Sounds like the name of a guy who would join a cult. Now, okay, I'll clarify right away. I recognize that the monolith isn't like a cult that somebody's like signing up for because they think the benefits are really worthwhile. Maybe a few select people after a certain point, like in this game. Even then, that's like the extent of it, I'm thinking. Oh, Shiza. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's fine. Long tunnel seems like a place for a rifle. Seems like the right move. Was that guy wearing an exosuit? Oh, he totally was. Ian 8. Got a lot of Ians on your team, guys. Hey, bro. I don't think I have the space for more shotguns, so I'm just gonna take the stuff. And even then, I'm a little overcrowded now. What is this guy saying?
Begin recording. Reporting on the status of the route of Azimuth Station as requested by Dr. Darlin. All tests have been passed. System configuration is within defined parameters. No additional preparations are... What's that?
Okay, well, it seemed like that door didn't open, so I guess I just gotta run back on out. Such is the way. That's fine, though. Or am I not supposed to? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's open.
You again. I should have killed you when I had a chance.
Right. Okay. We'll go and get him now. You know what? I'm tired of being overweight. What sells better? 37. Okay, yeah, I'll just drop some shotguns. Yeah, I just want to be able to move faster. And I don't need as much money in this playthrough. Because I'm being more specific about what I do and don't do. Can I shoot that? Hey. All right. So if you were to come here before this moment, you wouldn't be able to like go into that door, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I forgot to look. I knew that they were there and I just didn't look because I'm dumb. Okay, I guess. Right, okay. This. Yeah, you wouldn't have this card, so you couldn't go upstairs.
It's working, Skiff. Now, get to the roof.
Cool. No, I think he's put more on this path as well, so it's just good to be cautious.
Those who are in eternal union with the monolith can never be stopped.
Yeah, I got you in the head, but you're still around enough to say that to me?
You think I'm going to beg for mercy? It doesn't matter. You stalkers don't understand anything. The monolith opened my eyes. I am not afraid. Not afraid to die for its glory.
Why are you doing all this?
You are not one of us. You'll never understand it. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. The monolith helped me to see that. Sure, a lot of people might die. But if I don't do this, everyone's going to die.
Are you the one who activated the scanner on Wild Island?
My brothers are poisoning themselves on that island. And to what end? I just couldn't watch it anymore. The immunity that kept us safe has been weakening ever since the monolith felt silent. They were dying in my arms.
Either way, you're done for.
I am ready.
See, here's the thing, and this is what I'm talking about. He had a rifle, but I don't know. If it like glitched or something, I don't know. Did it fall? Here's the thing. This is why I say that like death being honorable is a bad thing, and like the idea of death being beautiful is a maligned concept, because it's throughout history it's been used to convince people to die for causes, and it allows people to sidestep the horror, the grief, the loss, and to focus on this like fabricated silver lining. And I think it leads to such destructive ends, thinking that whatever you're doing is worth the end result, that there's some magical end place where all of this prejudice and self-sacrifice and death and the need for it is going to give you something other than more of exactly that. Either way. It's a better sniper in some respect.
last contacted from. And we intercepted the sender's final message.
We can listen to it. There's gotta be a backup storage panel on the antenna near you.
Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like, that guy, he's ready to die for his cause. And he's getting shot by some guy who doesn't even care about him because he's just in the way. Like, I haven't, you know, significantly changed my perspective. I've just spent some ammo.
I did what you said. Return to Icarus. Get everything ready. It is time. Yes. Word of the monolith.
So it was you all along. Oh, Faust.
He wasn't the only one. Someone else on Azimuth finished the ward off before I got there. Foma was with them. He tried to kill me, Strider. I need to get to Icarus, and the sooner the better. Faust had a reason to leave the island just now.
Skiff, if you find him, try to find out what he's up to. He's my brother. In the end, all his sins are also mine.
Okay, now there are gravity stopping anomalies, which should keep me from dying. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Okay. Now this wants me to go over there. But frankly, I'm so full of stuff. We might have to go there first. And then backtrack out. So we're officially in the swamps now. The swamps can be brutal. Unsurprisingly, if you've played a video game before, swamps tend to get some of the... Oh, good. Well, don't shoot at me. I'm eating. Well, those look like they're friends. Hey guys, what'd you get? Oh, some zombies, it looks like.
Now show us what you got.
Yeah, nice. Good job. So here in the swamp, we have 2 bases or settlements that we can go to. I think we're going to go to one of them. This I'm going to try to. Thought that was like a guy saluting, but it's just a tree. Now, in the most recent version of the game, they've actually added in some new content. So this is kind of like the series is taking on a hilariously historical like perspective as I dive through each update and like the little changes that it makes. But there's been a bunch of story content added that town, and that is something I'll probably do in this playthrough. The question is will I run in my own file before doing it here? I don't know. It'd be interesting to do something for the first time in this playthrough other than like all the S.T.A.L.K.E.R content. We'll see. Yeah, I think these types of trees are specifically to skeeve you out. But as I'm aware of it too, there's a type of mutant that was cut from this game that you would have been scared of seeing these types of things. So you think, oh shit, is it one of those? No, okay, it's just a tree, whatever. But I'm pretty sure there was like a tall, kind of like almost trench coated, scary kind of looking guy that was in the art, and it just didn't get brought into production. Now, given that we know there's going to be DLC for Stalker 2, and thank God there is, just because I want more, but I think we're gonna be going to a town that wasn't in this game, that's like on the map now, but we can't get there. It's like over here. I'm pretty sure it's like here is where, over to this left spot. Yeah. Lemansk, I think it is. But
They
we
won't let you
can't.
in, even if you open fire. We've already tried that. This is Star from Spark. Come to Izumrud, Skiff. Good people can always help each other. But hurry. The zone doesn't much care for slowpokes. Unlike the Ward.
Need to leave.
Okay. Right. I cannot go here because I'm not aligned with the ward. Can I go around so I can get to? Yeah, that's what I thought. I am going the right way. Because, yeah, I'm going to meet up with Star here, which I actually haven't done before because I've never been aligned with Scar. Scar. All the fun. But first, we need to go to a settlement and just get rid of... That's not one of the stags, is it? No. Okay. Get rid of our stuff. Sell what we have. I want to go into a mission with like a blank slate. So we'll head over here. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get one or two more really creepy mutants added into the game. Is that guy? No. Oh shit. Damn it. Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. That's one of the worst anomalies in the game.
Even if you open fire.
Damn.
We've
Okay.
already tried that. This is Star from Spark. Come to Izumrud, Skiff. Good people can always help each other. But hurry. The zone doesn't much care for slowpokes. Unlike the Ward.
Yeah, that's great, but I was just checking the map to see, like, if a little side quest to check my stash opened up next to him, because that lets me know, like, oh, at least I could put stuff away if I went to Star instead of going to this town I'm rushing towards. But doesn't look like that's gonna help me, so... Yeah, I guess we'll keep more rights instead of running through the open field. I hope that, but hurry is actually a lie, because I'm going all the other way. Cool. Is there a guy right there? He's dead. I was gonna say. Okay, let's hope to go on this path keeps me further away from that sparkling anomaly. Because that thing sucks, and it's difficult to deal with. I think you can try and, like, physically turn away from it, but even then, it deals, like, a certain amount of explosive damage, I believe. So it's like a combo of getting out of the way and looking away. But it looks like this is working. Jeez, running around this orange jumpsuit. I know it's an ecologist suit, and it's actually pretty decent, but I'm excited for the first bit of gear I can get to replace it. I feel so weak compared to my other character that's like... I'm just playing the game on that account, but I'm like right at the end of the game. I'm on like the mission that's the point of no return, and I'm just not doing it, so I can go bum around the zone. And I'm actually trying to collect all of the artifacts. That's my current goal. Just as much for achievements as like personal satisfaction, I guess. Do. Awesome. All right. So this is actually what we want to be seeing, because this boat is where we're going. Now, I have like a moral quandary with the Zatan settlement, in that one of them is effectively led by a bandit, but you can't really like fight the bandits in a way that I would want to. So you just kind of exist with them. They don't shoot you, you don't shoot them. It's a little weird, but it's okay.
Why is beer here while my buddies are over there?
It sure feels nice here now.
Easy, Croker.
Like home.
We're dealing with it.
Where's Beard been all this time?
I've been hanging out with
I've been the
Dick
captain of this
Cricket.
rust bucket for a
They
year.
go way
now.
back.
I
Ever
used
since
to
the
be
day
in
we first
charge
came
of the
to Sodovsk.
Skadovsk. Well, that's what we used to call her back.
So
in
why'd
the
he
day.
come back? No clue. Maybe he
In
just missed
7
the
years.
swamps.
But I remember it like it was yesterday. I can fill you in on the rest of the story later, or the guys are gonna get weird about it. We all lost to Skadovsk, but not everyone wants to bring it up.
We'll dive into this a little bit more in the future. Right now, we're just dropping stuff off. I'll put that in my stash. Yeah, a fair amount of stuff to sell here, which is pretty great. Okay.
If I made some coupons, say what.
And
So Warden goes to a shrink and says, "Doctor, I've been feeling like I'm an idiot."
we do have a stash here as well. It's just up here. We'll put that away. We'll put that away. Get about half of those down. Oh yeah, we're not even using that ammo yet. I just want to keep it for later because it runs one of my favorite guns. Okay, well, that sets us up in a pretty good position for future quests in the Zeton Swamp region. So thanks for watching S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. See you around. Bye.